Here we have my new Springfield XDM Elite in 10mm. And this thing is sweet. So I got this pistol to serve as my grizzly gun, bear defense weapon. When I've been in the backcountry, either hunting or camping or hiking, I've usually carried just my 9mm with buffalo bore hard cast bullets, or my 45 ACP with hard cast bullets. As I spend more time in grizzly bear country, I wanted to step it up a little bit. I don't feel as confident with the 9mm in grizzly country. In black bear country, 9mm, I feel pretty confident. I do shoot it very accurately, and my 9mm holds 15 or 18 rounds. So I feel confident with it pretty much everywhere except for grizzly country. Next fall, I have a hunt planned in Montana in dense grizzly country. I definitely wanted to step it up and get something ahead of time and become proficient with it. So I went ahead and got this Springfield XDM Elite, and it's really sweet. So I did have a chance to bring this to the range and shoot it, and I was really amazed at how flat it shoots. I thought it was going to be much more recoil, but it's not. It's really not that much more than a 9mm. I'd say it's pretty comparable to 45 ACP, and honestly, this felt smoother than some of my other 45 ACPs that I shot. That was great to see. The other thing is the trigger, this meta trigger on this XDM Elite is really good for a striker fired gun. The trigger is fantastic. I was able to shoot this gun really fast, and it got back on target really quickly, which was nice. The grip that was on here I thought was fine. A lot of people think that it lacks texture. So before the gun even came, I ordered these Talon grips, and I put these on. These are really nice. It's kind of like skateboard tape or sandpaper, and it goes on there really well, and it feels good. It's not too aggressive, but you get a really nice grip on it. Up here, there is a grip safety. A lot of people don't like this grip safety. To me, I actually do like it. I come from kind of a 1911 background, so this doesn't bother me. And also because there's no thumb safety, holstering this in a chest holster, which is probably how I'm going to carry this, I feel a little bit safer that this is here, because when I reholster, I can just put it in without my hand pressing that in, and that just will give me some confidence knowing that the trigger is not going to be able to go off if I reholster and this thing is not pressed down. So another peace of mind. This never bothered me. Some people like it. Some people don't. It just kind of is what it is. The light that I put on here is the Streamlight TLR1. This light seems really good. The throw on the beam on this is really good. The lumen output is 1,000 lumens, so it's plenty of light. The controls are okay. They're a little bit looser than my Surefire X300. Those controls I like a little bit better, but it's totally fine. Moving on to the sights. I do like the sights. The rear is kind of like a U notch with a white U, and the front sight is a red fiber optic, which is my favorite front sight for iron sights. These sights do feel metal. They're not plastic, so they should be very durable. And the sight picture on this, these are combat sights, so that's something to keep in mind. Combat sights always take me a little bit to get used to, because the way your sight picture is different than target sights or center aligned sights. Combat sights like these, the way that you align your sight picture is you put your front target over top of what you want to hit. So basically you're burying your target. So you line it up the same way you would with any iron sights, but instead of your point of impact being just above your front sight, it's actually underneath. Your front sight's over top of it. So generally when I start shooting combat sights, I shoot a little bit low, like a couple inches, until I get adjusted to that. And that just kind of takes practice. But other than that, the sights are nice. No complaints there with that. So the 10mm, why did I choose the 10mm for my grizzly bear defense pistol over, a big bore revolver. There's a couple of reasons why I went with the 10 millimeter. And if you look at the weapons that most of the guides in Alaska and people that work, outfitters and things like that work in grizzly country, there has been kind of a shift from what I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years from those big bore revolvers to 10 millimeter, and for a couple reasons. One, capacity. With these semi-automatic pistols, you're generally getting at least 10 and often 15 rounds per magazine. This one carries 15, so you have a lot more rounds than a revolver, which has 6. 10 millimeter power is not as strong as, say, a 44 Magnum or some of the big bore revolvers, but it is adequate. It's pretty comparable to like a 357 Magnum. So 15 rounds of 357 Magnum power is a pretty good package. Another benefit is the weight. So this, I believe, is 30 ounces, 31 ounces, maybe mid 30 ounces, where a big bore 44 Magnum might be 40 to 50 ounces, definitely heavier. And then the other big benefit for me, especially if I'm going to be camping in bear country, in grizzly bear country, is the fact that I can mount a light to it. So revolvers don't really have an option to put a light on, and a lot of grizzly bear attacks happen either at night or just before daylight or just after sunset. So a light was kind of a must for me. So that's what kind of led me to this Springfield XDM. I know the Glock 20 is a very popular choice. There's some other higher end ones like the FN 510 Tactical, which is almost double the cost of this, which is why I went with this. But from everything I've read, is this thing has been tested thoroughly by Springfield, and the reliability is really good, and the trigger is the best that I've seen in any 10 millimeter. So I went with it. So far, so good. Definitely need to do some more tests with the Buffalo Bore Hardcast 220 grain bullets in this pistol and just see how it runs in that. There's going to be a lot more content around this Springfield and the 10 millimeter platform. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and we will have a lot more videos coming down the line.